Good morning, TubeBuddy family. I am Shelly from Shelly Saves the Day. Thank you so much for being here. I know it is early on a Saturday morning. Well, it's early for us where we are. We're in Seattle. I'm not sure where you are. If you guys are here and you can hear me, could you please give it a thumbs up in the chat and let us know that you're hearing us? Because it's always kind of nerve-wracking to say, I don't know if anyone can hear me. So we are at the Living Computer Museum because for a very special, we're on location today. This is not my typical setup. We are here because today is the second annual Seattle YouTube Day, and you may have heard a little bit about this when I was on the TubeBuddy stream not that long ago. We are actually going to be live streaming a lot of the different panels that we have today. So if you guys are interested in that, you can definitely go look. It is Seattle YouTube group, and we're going to be doing some live streams. We are even going to be having the lovely Andrew from TubeBuddy on a panel later today, and there will even be a breakout session for TubeBuddy if you guys want to learn more about the tools and how to use them. So I'm super excited about that and to have them here. I'm starting to hear some people. Okay, hey Daniel, how's it going? 2 windows, 2 streams. How's it going? You want to shout, hey Faze, thank you for being here. So I'm glad that you guys are hearing me okay. Just for curiosity's sake, because I'm always curious, will you guys let me know where you are watching from, please? I am coming to you from Seattle, but please leave in the comments where you are watching from. That would be so awesome, just because I love to see how far the reach is and how international it goes. So what I want to be talking to you guys today about is common YouTube myths. And here's the thing, I've been on YouTube now for a little over 2 years. I've made over 200 videos. I've been to a whole bunch of different meetups and given talks at different places. And I hear a lot of the same things over and over from a lot of creators or people who want to be creators. Common things that we hear over and over that I want to go over with you so that you can say, is this a myth, is this not? So, oh, Australia, hey Beanie, I see you everywhere and you're so good at drawing. Thank you so much. Yeah, let us know how the audio is going because, you know, trying to set up everything that isn't your home studio is always interesting. Okay, so I am going to go over, I have some ideas for you. So the first one, and I want to know if you guys have some common myths that you've heard too or things that you just are always hearing about starting a YouTube channel or being on YouTube. So if you have something, drop it in the comments so we can talk about it together. So the first thing I want to talk about is I can't get started until I have great equipment. Now, most of you, 80% of traffic on YouTube, it seems like, is watching off of a mobile phone. I will say that if you have a mobile phone sitting in your pocket, in your purse, on your briefcase, wherever it is, you probably have a good enough camera to get started on YouTube. Almost all of them are going to be shooting in HD, so that's 1080p. I would just say that if you are going to be shooting off of a camera, you want to make sure that you never hold the camera like in a vertical mode, right? You want to hold it horizontal so you get that nice wide frame and you don't have those black bars when you're uploading. So I know actually a couple different people that if you need help on creating on your mobile phone. One of them is D. Niman. He's a great resource to go to. And the other is El Jefe Reviews. He shot his first, I don't know how many videos, all off of a Samsung Galaxy S8, and he just recently got a camera, and he's now making the switch over to a DSLR. So absolutely, it is possible with the apps out there, with everything at your disposal, you can get started with a great camera. Now, of course, people say, oh, I need lighting, I need audio. Absolutely, you can get all of that stuff, but never forget that if you want to do a voiceover, you can use voice memo on your cell phone. You can just go straight into the computer and do it. It's not perfect, but it works. And I think a lot of people compare where a lot of other people are as to like where you're beginning, and you think, oh my gosh, my videos never look like that. If you go back and look at anybody's first videos, they don't look that good. I'm just saying that right now. And natural daylight, it's free. So if you can kind of be in a little bit covered area or near a natural light in a window, you have all of the equipment that you need to get started. And I would actually advise not to go out and buy thousands of dollars worth of equipment right away because sometimes you may not like making videos and it may not be for you. The slides for, oh, nice. Andrew is my mobile genius over here. He's helping me out with some of these. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is there is too much competition on YouTube. So I hear this a lot, especially in certain industries like makeup, beauty.
Amara and/or Casey, could you come to the front desk entrance at your earliest convenience?
Table 5, your pizza is ready. Table 5. It's, you know, it's live. What are you going to do? Sorry about that, you guys. We are setting up for YouTube Day if you didn't hear that part. So what we were just talking about is there's too much competition on YouTube. So I'm just going to use the beauty space as an example. Yes, there are a lot of people in beauty, but what if you can do something that sets yourself apart and puts you down in a specific niche or niche, however you like to say that. How do you like to say it? You guys let me know. Put it in the comment section. It is highly contested, just like GIF versus GIF. I don't want to get into it, but it's a thing online. So if you're a beauty person on YouTube, yes, there's a lot, but there are other ways that you can differentiate. What about if you're a beauty person that only focuses on cruelty-free makeup? What if you're a beauty person that only does special effects makeup? What if you're a beauty person that only does, you see where I'm going with this? So there are different ways to even take something that is super saturated and still make it your own. So sometimes people try and go too broad, and this is a very common thing. They'll try and go very broad and say, like, I will appeal to everyone. And I think everyone knows that just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You usually have to go down very narrow, and that's gonna come into another myth here in just a second. But Niminati, oh wait, Niminati's here? Wait, are you here?
They're rating us.
Oh, yay! Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Just so you know, the numbers are now saying that, 2 billion active users a month are coming into YouTube, and that's a lot of people. And you have to think there's a lot more countries coming online. There's a lot of people who still haven't even gotten into YouTube yet, discovered it. So if you can get into some of these areas, even though they're saturated, you can still set yourself apart and you can still make a name for yourself in that particular field. Okay, so if you guys are here and you can hear me and anything is making sense so far, can you throw down like a yes in the comments, because that would be really cool. I just want to make sure you're here and awake this morning. Okay. The next myth I want to talk about is I have to be a pro to publish. Okay. So what I mean by that is I have to have everything perfect. I have to make sure my SEO is right. All of my titles are right. I have to make sure that everything is perfect and in place before I can hit the publish button. Now, I would say that some of that is true, but not all of that is true. So you don't want to spend your time being paralyzed by saying like, oh, I can't upload unless I have the perfect tags and the perfect title, because the truth is you could do everything right and you're still going to be upset that you're not getting the results that you want. Because why? It always comes back to content. If you're not making content that's timely, that's being searched, people aren't going to watch it, they're not going to stay, and it's not going to be something that helps you build your channel or your community. So, oh, sorry, I'm only looking down for a second because I'm seeing that there are 1 million people coming in from the Niminati. Thank you so much for whoever is sending them over, if that's D or that's Nick, Nimin1, Nimin2, thank you so much, I appreciate you. Now, there are a lot of cool tools that you can use to help you publish more like a pro, but it is still always going to come back to content. Make sure that the content that you're putting out, is it entertaining? Is it educational? Is it about growing your community? Because if it's not any of those things, you're gonna have a harder time building your audience and growing on YouTube, okay? So the next myth that I wanna talk about is going to be quantity over quality. And this is kind of going into what we were just saying is, I'm sorry, all you daily vloggers. Daily vlogging, or the myth that you have to publish every day. Have you guys heard this? If you don't publish every day, the algorithm hates you, right? And I would say be careful with that one. I don't think that that's necessarily true, because if I put out a video every day, sure, it's great practice, it's great discipline, maybe you're getting better at editing, that's awesome. But if it's not bringing any value to people, they're just gonna unsubscribe because it's too much coming at them too often that isn't important to them. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, put yes in the comments, because I see that a lot. And here's just the crazy little thing. I know everyone's always like, I'm gonna be a daily vlogger, and I'm like, great. Why? What is the point? Unless you're sending it back to your parents and family because you moved to some new place and they wanna see what you're up to. Like, who is going to watch that? Most people are on YouTube right now because they either want to be entertained or they want to learn something. So I see a lot of people who are trying to say, they spend the first 5 minutes of their intros talking about, oh, I'm sorry I haven't been publishing, or, oh, like we're having this conversation like we've been here for a really long time. But when you're new and in the beginning, people don't want that conversation. They're looking for a specific solution to a problem, and they just want you to solve it. So I know personally, if I have a question on YouTube, I'm gonna go, and then sometimes I'll scroll through and I'll look at the thumbnails, and then I'm gonna look for the one that has the shortest amount of time, and then I'm gonna watch that one on double speed. So I wanna see this. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking at this. Niminati is still here. Thank you, Niminati. Appreciate you thank you so much. Thank you, oh wow. You guys are so on it this morning. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. If this is making sense to you guys, I'm so glad. And if there's more myths that you guys have, drop them down in the comments because I want to hear them, okay? So the next one, variety is best. So for everybody out there, I just want to let you know, I say I have 200 videos. If you go back and look at my library right now, what you probably see is about 50 videos, and that's because 150 of them are beauty videos that no one really cared that much about. I tried for a very long time to be a variety channel, and I thought, oh, I'm special, I can totally break the mold. Everyone will care that I put up something, and then I would put up an iMovie tutorial, and then I would put up a BoxyCharm unboxing video, and my audience was so confused. And I was like, people like lots of things, people can totally get down with this, and they didn't. And I can tell you, it took a very long time for me to finally admit, like, people don't want variety on this channel. And I would say, like, oh, but what about iJustine? She can make a video where she's baking a cake. And I'm like, here's the thing. She's been on YouTube for how many years? She's earned her audience. They know her as a person and not just as a person that they're going to get information and answers from. She has a lot more freedom and flexibility to have that kind of video with her audience and have it go over well than I do as a new channel. So I would say sometimes advice would be try and niche down and don't go so broad because it's going to be a lot harder of a road for you. Trust me, I'm saying this from 2 years of experience. It's been a rough road trying to actually kind of get it focused down. And when your audience is confused, that's just not that great for you. Narrow focus for the win. Thank you, Daniel. Yes, you are totally right on. And you do have to earn respect and you have to earn the audience time. So thank you. If you guys, I'm glad that you guys are agreeing with that. Thank you so much for that because it is a hard lesson for a lot of people. There's like, I see it all the time in groups. They're like, I have so many interests. I have so many things I want to talk about and so many things I want to share. And yes, you do. Go make separate channels for them. Try and keep it focused on your main channel. Okay. The next one I want to talk about is I have nothing to teach. So this, a lot of the time, comes down to you comparing yourself to other people. And I know that I'm definitely guilty of it. I started when I was a beauty channel, and I was like, I can't teach people how to put on makeup. I don't know how to put on makeup. Or I can't teach people how to do X because I'm not that good at X. So what you have to keep in mind is if you are passionate about something, if you definitely like something, if you are just crazy, stupid excited about something, there's probably someone else out there who also is, who knows a little bit less than you. And I want you to think about them in your mind and saying like, hey, it's not that I'm gonna teach you this. This was a really cool lesson from Cody Warner, who was over at Vid Summit and in part of the No Small Creator movement. He said one of the easiest ways to get over that fear is to actually take it from, I'm gonna teach you guys this today, to, hey, here is something that I learned and I want to share it with you. And that's way more powerful and it gives you way more permission to not be the expert, to not be the professional and not be like the most well-versed on it. If I learned one cool trick in Photoshop, guess what I did? I put it together in a quick video and I threw it up online because I thought someone else out there has this exact same question and they need the answer to this problem. So I want you to think about changing your mindset a little bit because that's one of the things is, you know, you think, oh, I have to be an expert at something to talk about it or to teach it. No, you don't, because there are people out there who want to learn and hear about it, and they want to see it through your lens and your point of view, and it's really important that you share it. That's the whole point of YouTube is this is something that you learned, that you want to share, that you want to broadcast, and it can't just always be regurgitated from someone else because then you're just being somebody else. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, drop a yes in the comments or give me a thumbs up on that because it took a really long time for me to get over this mental hurdle of I can't talk about X because I don't want people to come off as me thinking that I'm an expert at this. So I hope that makes sense to you. I'm just gonna scroll real quick and I'm only looking down because I'm looking at the comments that you guys are leaving. Okay. So, okay. I really want to hear some myths from you guys too. So if you guys have them.
Tags don't matter.
Oh, Andrew, you're killing me, bro. Okay, official word on the street from YouTube on the Creator Insider is going to be tags don't mean as much as they used to in the past, okay? It doesn't mean that they're not important. They're still a piece of important metadata because, especially in the very beginning, in those first 24 hours or whatever, it is telling YouTube what your video is really about and the content and where it should be categorized, because sometimes all they have is the thumbnail and then maybe a title, and most people are very lazy and they don't put a very good description. So yes, the tags do matter to an extent. It is a helpful piece. It is not the only piece. Is that a safe? I don't know. Can I say that? Is that a safe thing? You guys tell me. Do you guys think tags still matter?
Yes.
I hear a yes in the peanut gallery. Put it in the comments. Do you guys think that tags still matter? Personally, I still spend a lot of time in the tags because I do like to put the long tail tags. I do like to put my title in there. I do like to try and put that phrase in there because anything I can do to help YouTube along, even if it's the smidge, you know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I definitely want them to not have any doubt about what my video is really about. Okay, I want to know what you guys think. You hear me? Yes. Beanie says, Andrew, behave. Yeah. Let me see here. Tags matter to a point. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Even if you don't believe in the value of tags, they are the fastest way to see if your videos rank for multiple search terms using TubeBuddy. Value right there. So right on. So that is perfect answer. I love it. Okay. You still think tags matter, and I use them, and I usually rank at least 4 to 5. See, that's amazing. I think that's awesome. Okay. I heard the thumbnail and the title has more priority than the tags right now. I would say that some of that, absolutely, because when YouTube is indexing, they have, you know, like 300 hours being uploaded every, you know, hour or whatever it is now, like just a huge amount of data that's being uploaded. So they only have so much data to work with as quickly as they can. So yeah, they're looking at your thumbnail, they're looking at your titles, they're looking at your tags, whatever you can do to help them out, absolutely do it. Okay. Okay, so I want to talk about another myth real quick, and it is all I need is one viral video or a shout out. I don't even know how many times I've heard this. People who are like, hey, can you shout me out in a video? Hey, can we collab together, when they have like nothing to do with your niche? I'm all for collabing, but doing it the correct way. And here's the thing is like you can have one viral video, but if then people come to your channel and you have nothing else that is of interest to them, they're not gonna stay subscribed. So you have to think about that. Is one viral video really going to make your entire YouTube career? Probably not. And I would much rather have a library of videos that do pretty well consistently over a long amount of time than actually have the one viral video and then everyone just leaving. If you guys agree with me, tell me that you agree with me. If you think all you need is one viral video or a shout out though, you put that in there too, because I want to know. This is a big, you know, decision out there, and I want to see what you guys think on that. I personally don't think that one viral video is going to make your channel. Just putting that out there. Absolutely, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So Beanie said he had a bigger YouTuber shout him out, and he had 1 or 2 people come over. So I think people are overestimating the amount of importance that it comes from having a shout out from a bigger channel, because even if they come over, if it's not the same audience, if they're not interested in the same things, they're doing it as like a favor to the creator that they like, but they don't owe you anything, they don't know you, so they're probably not going to stay, and they're probably not the audience that you want. And I know it's really tempting to say like, oh, I just need this audience, but that's not what you want. I would rather have a smaller audience of very engaged people than actually a larger audience of people that never watch, because even that can hurt your own channel, because now you have a whole bunch of people that never watch your content. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about as a myth is the only way to make money on YouTube is through AdSense. So I had a conversation with a gentleman the other day. He said, I want to buy this TV and make a YouTube video about it. And I'm like, that's awesome. And he's like, well, I want the money from AdSense to pay for the TV. How many views do you think I would need? Now, I don't want to go out there and speak for every other creator, but I'm going to say conservatively, if you had around 1,000 views, you might get maybe $1. maybe $1 in AdSense revenue. So I was like, okay, well, if your TV's about $1,000, you're gonna need 1 million views on that particular video to completely pay for that television. And he was flabbergasted. He's like, no, I only need like 10,000 views. And I was like, no, I hate to break it to you, that's just not the way it works. So I would like to encourage you guys to think of AdSense as like the cherry on top instead of the only way to make money. So you could make t-shirts and sell them, and even at $1 or $2 a piece, you could probably make more money faster than you would in AdSense sometimes. You can do affiliate marketing and sign up for things like Magic Links, or sign up for Amazon affiliates, or B&H Photo, and you can make more money by recommending things and having people buy things than through AdSense. And you never know when AdSense is going to go away, when a video gets demonetized. So I would just encourage you to think of other ways besides AdSense. You could set up a Patreon, you could set up, like an online coaching business, you could set up some sort of product that you sell, some sort of subscription model. Some channels have the thing where you can subscribe per month. You could do live streams and do super chats. I would just say almost all of those are better than AdSense. If you guys agree, definitely give me a thumbs up on that and let me know some ways that you have thought of to make money on YouTube. Okay, I'm just gonna see really quick if there are any myths that are in here that we haven't talked about yet. I'm sure there are. Oh, Daniel said, one viral video can be the kiss of death. The ability to consistently produce is much more valuable. I could not agree more with you. You are totally right on with that. You'd rather have a long-time supportive, loyal audience over a one-hit wonder. Yeah, see, you guys are right on. You guys are totally right on. Okay, I love it. You guys are so awesome. You guys are such a good community, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. Destination Chronicles said AdSense is more like it. So that's actually hilarious. Okay. You guys are so funny. You guys are really funny. I wish I could hang out with you guys more often. But you guys, so Seattle YouTube Day, it's gonna be starting in about a half an hour. If any of you guys are interested in that, you can totally check out the Facebook page. We have the schedule posted there in case there's only some panels that you're interested in. We're gonna be live streaming it here starting at about 10:15-ish on the Seattle YouTube group Facebook page. So if you're interested in checking out Seattle YouTube Day, I would highly, highly encourage you to watch it. We are gonna stream them and then have them for you later to watch back if you have other things to do today. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know it's early, and you guys were so awesome. You guys were so nice and so true. Oh, El Jefe Reviews. I was just talking about you this morning saying that you have mobile videos, and you made a whole bunch of videos off of your mobile phone when you first started. So you don't have to have fancy equipment. Take it from El Jefe. He's definitely an example of that. So I'm going to get going because we're about to get started. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate all of you. I will see you all in a video very soon. See you later, guys. Okay.